What it do? It's your boy, Illuminated D, and you know what I'm saying? We back with today's a special one. I want to talk about how I kicked my smoking habit. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going through nicotine addiction. They've been raised around parents that smoke, grandparents that smoke, aunts and uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, brothers, sisters, dogs and cats. And I want to give you my story on how I kicked my smoking addiction. So I remember back in the day, somebody presented me a smoke and they were like, "Hey bro, you want to hit this?" And I was like, "Man, I ain't hitting that. And you know, I made a vow to myself that I was never ever gonna start smoking. I had made a vow to myself. I said the only thing I'm gonna smoke is that good, right? And then one day I came into a career occupation where there was no enabler ability to be had, so you only have sober. And the only two drugs that you can use are caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol. So one day somebody presented me a smoke and they're like, "Hey bro, this that, it's a light. Just try it." And I got addicted for 10 years. I used to puff them down. But the bad thing about, tobacco smoke is that first, it doesn't smell good. So whenever you smoke, it stays on your clothes. It stays on your hands. It messes up your teeth, you know what I'm saying? It forces you to have to take 5-minute breaks every freaking 15 minutes because you gotta have it. And you know, my doctor used to always tell me, he'd be like, "Do you smoke?" I'm like, "Yeah, I smoke." And he'll be like, "Well, do you want to stop smoking?" And at one point I was content with my journey. So I was like, "No, I don't want to stop smoking." I'm like, "I don't." But then I found it to where I would go into hard situations and the first thing I would do is grab that fire. I'll grab that smoke. I get the smoke. And I was like, okay, well, if this is triggering me to have to smoke whenever I'm stressed, upset, I'm going through something, having a bad day, then what can I do in order to help myself? I said, I want to help myself. So I said, I'm going to quit. So the doctor gave me all these different remedies. I want you to do 20 push-ups whenever you feel like you're going to smoke. You'll get stronger. Well, I would do the push-ups and then somehow I would end up smoking. I'd be like, "Doc, it didn't work." And then he would be like, "All right, well, I want you to take some deep breaths and then that'll help you stop smoking." And I was like, all right. I took some deep breaths, and as I was taking those deep breaths, somehow the smoke was inhaled and it was blown out. I said, "Well, Doc, what can I do? I'm suffering. I want to kick this habit." He says, "All right, well, we got these little earring things, we're gonna plug your ears real quick and then we're gonna get you right." So we do the little earring thing. definitely made me feel weird. But somehow I ended up smoking with the earring things in. He said, well, look, let's go ahead and get you a nicotine patch. I was like, yeah, that didn't work. So he said, we do have this thing where you can take a pill and anytime you smoke, you get sick. I was like, that's a little extreme, doc. And he said, well, it sounds to me like you don't want to quit. It sounds like you're saying that you want help, but you don't really want help. That taught me a really important dynamic about life and individuals as well. So in my trial and tribulation of me saying that I wanted to quit, but that was just on the surface level. Subconsciously, I didn't really want to quit because somehow I would keep up smoking. And I've been in my career field going on 11 years now. And I tell you, the only thing that can force you to quit something cold turkey is by fully embracing it, not denying it, Don't lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. And then, because they say the first identifier to denial is, the first identifying factor to being addicted is denial. You feel me? So once I stopped denying the fact that I was addicted to the nicotine, it opened my eyes and I said, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab that smoke. Because we all want to be successful, we all want to be somewhere in life, but in order to do that, you got to do something that you ain't never done before. And that's the reason that we doing this right here, right now. Everybody be blessed, be safe. We out. Peace.